Thank you, Dr. Neha, and thank you all. Now is the time to start the international session. Today is the 1842nd day of uninterrupted daily webinar of IFPH. Before beginning the session, let's have a silent prayer. Hello, doctors, students of homeopathy, and friends of homeopathy. Today is the 1842nd day of uninterrupted daily webinar of IFPH. And today our guest speaker is Prof.Dr. DEVANGI PANDYA, Professor, Department of Repertory, Ahmedabad Homeopathic Medical College. And Dr. Devangi is a PG GATE, Alumni and CEP Coordinator at HMC. She is the Consultant Physician at Divya Homeopathic Clinic, South Bhopal, Ahmedabad. And today is the third part of the series, BACH Flower Remedies. I welcome Dr. Devangi Pandya for the session, and I welcome you all for the session. Doctor, you can start.
Thank you so much, sir. Very much grateful for this opportunity. Very good evening to all. I shall share my PPT. Is it visible, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So the third group, as we know, the first one is fear group. The second one is uncertainty. And now the third one is lack of interest. The third group of BACH flower remedy, which is on lack of interest. This group is having 7 remedies in all together. From chestnut bud, mustard, white chestnut, olive, wild rose, honeysuckle, and clematis. First, let us see the first one, that is chestnut bud, where the theme is of lack of interest and in learning. Typically, there is lack of interest in learning and there is repetitive making of mistakes. This flower blooms in mid-June and early July. Also, a remedy known as Aesculus hippocastanum, but this is made from wild flower, so the features are different. So here they do not want to learn. In fact, they would make mistakes again and again. They would not be able to focus or concentrate on a particular part, whatever is being taught. And that is why it is more indicated in children because of the carelessness or inattentive behavior as we see in many of the children nowadays. Most of them are restless and they really don't focus much on whatever is being taught. Here there are 2 ways to see this remedy. That one is the memory is also weak in this type of children or patients, and in other way they also have sharp memory but they are inattentive. So like the example which is given here, a person is going to buy a t-shirt, red t-shirt. After purchasing it and coming home, will realize that I've made the same mistake again. This t-shirt doesn't suit me, but still that repetitions will be there. Even we would be finding so many children coming to us, parents complaining that this thing, even after telling again and again, he is doing the same things repeatedly. So here it also correlates with illness. How? Because whenever if someone is ill physically, like repeatedly having cold things, but getting tonsillitis again and again the physical symptoms will reappear. Even though after knowing that this particular thing is not suitable, the child won't stop and that will be continuous. That is the repeated mistake. Similarly goes in adults also, where because of their nagging behavior or not understanding or not repetitive mistakes, they might fall into argument at their workplaces also. Here again, the students are not much well focused, and the way we saw, Their memory may be good, but they remain distracted. So it can be given in behavioral disorders very well, like developmental disorders, ADHD, personality problems, disruptive behavioral disorders. Now, when they do this, again, this is very, very true. It goes hand in hand that if we keep on making mistakes or if we keep on repeating the things, definitely we will miss many of the important opportunities in life because of the behavior or the attitude of skipping certain things or not understanding or not doing it as the way it should be done. Many of the things can be missed out in life. So they fall behind, they fail again and again. So, with physical and mental illness, anxiety is in the constant thoughts. Again, this remedy can be given. Headache, stammering, ears, C and B plus walnut. This both together can be given for stammering. In batch flower remedy, it is very beautiful. You can prescribe 1 to 7 remedies together so that the symptoms can be covered up without any side effects. Mental progress is slow. Again, chestnut bud plus clematis can be indicated. There can be mouth ulcers repeatedly. Agrimony, chestnut bud, and holy is indicated. Again, for physical symptoms, as we saw earlier, recurrent cough cold, disobedience, and committing crime or malingering. Again, this is a part of doing the things again and again repeatedly. So, even if somebody is having the habit of saying lies or stealing certain things, then they will keep on doing the same. Concentration, it will have, what the positive effect it will give. It will give us the more attentiveness, allow the person to be into the present moment, much more observant, and flexibility learning, as well as improved concentration and retaining the memory too. So I've made a short mnemonic out of it, which can help us to remember these remedies better. C for cannot learn, habit of repeating errors, experiences which are ignored, same mistakes again, timidity, non-progressive, unmindfulness, trapped in the same cycle, blunder making, unteachable, and delay in growth. These are very short remedies, but if we understand the core, their application becomes very easy as well as result oriented. Just a second, sir. The second one is clematis. As it says, they are dreamer. They would constantly be into a dreamy state. Just a moment, sir. They are dreamers. That is the main theme. So in each and every remedy, there is one main theme. And as per that theme, the whole medicine covers up all the types of symptoms. The first one was lacking in interest. And here it is a dreamer. They have the habit of daydreaming. Again, this remedy is a part of crisis formula. That is the rescue remedy. One of the remedy of that crisis formula, where it helps to focus and concentrate, helps to build the intuition. So when they are daydreaming, of course, they are buried in thoughts. When they are buried in thoughts, they won't be into the present moment. If one is not in the present moment, they cannot be successful in whatever they are doing at that moment of time. That will carry forward, and that will also cause procrastination because they couldn't do it or accomplish it when it was to be done. Mostly they remain into a drowsy state and they are quiet and won't wish to speak even. They lack enthusiasm as they are dreamer. So if you see here, there is a picture of a person who is standing away from the people in the group because he is not enthusiastic. He is into his own world. He doesn't want to get involved with others or enjoy that present time. So they are quiet, they are joyless and detached from the real world. They are extremely creative because of their imagination. In other way, if we see, this type of behavior can be helpful to them in fashion designing, filmmaking, journalism. But when it is cultivated into a right direction, if imaginations are not put up or they are not being utilized, then they are going to remain in the same state. So if we see many of the writers or public appearance people or the people who write the books, they have their imaginations, as we know in Harry Potter, beautiful imagination which was portrayed in the movie as well as in the books also. So their dreamy state will always make them into an absorbed state. They will have lethargy with chill feet. Because again, if you see in the race, the person is not able to move the way he should because he is again buried in the thought, or he is not able to put it up or give it up the way he should. This is also said as Monday morning blue remedy. That is after the break, after the Saturday, Sundays, it is difficult for people to follow the same routine in the Monday because of the lack of enthusiasm. And here also the clematis can be indicated. The physical symptoms along with the mental state can be joint pains, varicose veins, headache, skin conditions like blisters, a state of coma, faint attacks, weak memory, and all the type of careless attitude which causes illnesses. What is the positive effect of the remedy? It will bring stability, being into the present state. It is said that if a person is unconscious and the lips are moistened with clematis, then it will help that person to recover better. Here it is not mentioned in any of the book, but I had gone through a course of Bach flower remedy for myself to understand it better in past, from where I had taken this literature from one of the speaker. Here I have put it up in this way. Cloudy mind, lost in dreams, escapes the reality. As we see, mind wanders, absent from the present state, tendency to faint or drowsy, imaginative and sleepy and detached. This is the third remedy. Which is honeysuckle. Now, honeysuckle is the remedy where the person would always remain into a state, but into the past tense, living in the past, doesn't come out of all the emotions, all the grief, all the memories which are buried in the past. So when if anybody is in the past, there would be no interest in the present. There can be persistent homesickness if the person is out of home or remaining away from the house. Nostalgia would be there, and they again, because of the same state, they stuck into a old relationship and they are unable to come out of that, and they cannot embrace or they cannot accept the new one, and there is resistance to change. Mentally they get so stubborn with the old memories that they don't want to accept the new person in their life, and they cannot accept the change. That this also goes if the person is changing the place in the relationship or changing the office or changing the place, anywhere it can be applicable when the person is stuck in the past and not ready to move forward. Many a times we see patient also tell us that we were better when we were staying at other place. Now I am still missing that place. I am still missing my old friends. So honeysuckle can be indicated in such cases. In physical symptoms, it can be helpful to become for younger looks. Rheumatoid arthritis is one of the symptoms. As you see, it so beautifully relates. Rheumatism again is a complaint where there is stiffness, no desire to change. Whenever there is one first motion aggravates, so person would like to rest. Similarly, it is because of holding back, and that goes into mental sphere also because of the holding back. There is headache, tendency to diabetes, UTI. Also, it is also indicated in birth control. There is memory resentment, procrastination, immaturity, and homesickness. The mental symptoms goes all with the theme itself because of the living in the past. How it can help? It can create mindfulness. It can help to recover old wounds and abandonment issues. When it is given with willow, along with willow, it helps to remove self-pityness and resentment. When it is given with clematis, it will help the absent mind, remove absent-mindedness. And jealousy, suspiciousness in children and homesickness can also be recovered with this remedy. When it is given in this combination with Star of Bethlehem and walnut, then also it is wonderful remedy for recovering the huge losses in life. The mnemonic holds on to the past. Old memories are predominated. Feeling of nostalgia escapes into yesterday. Yearns for past days. Stuck emotionally. Unable to live into the present. Clings to the relationships. Keeps recalling the past and longing and escapism. Now the next remedy is mustard. Here the theme is depression without any cause. The state of depression, but it is causeless. There are a lot of things where the patient can stay happy. There can be joy in their life, in their surrounding. The things can be going on so well with each and every aspect or each and every areas of their life. But still, they are unable to make joy out of it. But still, they cannot feel that pleasure or they cannot be happy with their family because of their persistent depressive state or persistent depressive nature. It seems like black and hopeless, means there is nothing left for them. As if black cloud is settled, as we have in our materia medica also. And they feel that their contact with the outside world is also not so well. So there are many mental conditions which are related to depression and where mustard can do wonderful work, like mood disorders, depressive state, retardation, obstacles, withdrawal tendencies also, no joy, grief, persistent grief, monotony, repenting for the same things again and again, self-pity, worthlessness, and completely inward nature. Physically, they are muddy and yellowish in complexion. So how it can affect? It will bring back the joy. Whatever is the theme or whatever is the main theme of that drug, the opposite would be the positive potential. Helps in breaking the negative cycle of thoughts and emotions. Here it is mentioning about the mood stability, and that is what we discussed, and hopefulness from hopeless state. So melancholy, unexplained sadness, sudden gloom, temporary depression. It arrives like a cloud and retreats the suddenness and darkness of mood. The next is olive or olive. Olive is, I think, the better word. Means there is lack of energy, fatigue, and convalescence. After any prolonged illness, also olive can be indicated, or whereas persistent exhaustion due to a lot of work, or maybe not, the work is not much, but still the energy is not that profound or not that strong. So it is given specially for people who feel much tired mentally and physically after hard work, and they are also emotionally also they are tired, as well as physically also they are tired. I had prescribed this remedy to a patient where I couldn't reach to a constitutional one, and olive played a wonderful role in that with this exhaustion. For again the female or any person in the family or outside also, where they are having long standing work and constant household activities. Again, due to lack of energy, the pleasure won't be there, the ambitions would be lost, the routine work also would look very difficult, and they that can take a toll out of their head to complete the task. The flow of energy is disturbed. When the flow of energy is disturbed, it is said that this remedy also affects very well in the, means it is also indicated in the kidney problems as well as liver functions. When any of these two are not proper, then this remedy works in that functioning also. So we can consider it in this way, that if kidney functions are altered, liver functions are altered, as well as the energy state is very low, then this remedy can be beneficial. Again, after this, alcoholism, excessive use of alcohol, after the exhaustion, this remedy can be given. And the loss of energy after childbirth. So after labor also, this can be indicated. It is said it is not a tonic, but it refreshes the mind from negativity that further refreshes the body. It helps to restore strength. Herein is compared with hornbeam, where hornbeam has lack of energy due to fright, due to fear, while olive is having lack of energy due to exhaustion. So olive says that it is overtired, lacks energy, inability to continue, vitality is lost and exhausted totally. Now the sixth remedy is white chestnut. White chestnut have repetitive thoughts and actions. There is wandering of mind because of the repetitive thoughts which are useless, which are filled with confusion. And because of the persistent thought, there would be also insomnia. The mind remains blocked. When the mind remains blocked, the performance will be disturbed, which is in the exams or any of the speech or stage performance or matches or any of those areas of life. Because of their persistent thought, their performance would be hampered, and that will cause them restlessness as well as nervousness. So physically, they may have headache. There can be a symptom of coughing. It will help to, it will also have troubles in sleep. It can also be helpful in post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, yawning, hiccups, fluttering of eyelashes, stomach disorders, and frequent urination. So it brings back the clarity, brings harmony, helps in focusing back, calming up the senses, relaxing, and meditation also. It is used in spray bottles to breathe deep, seek peace, and easy sleep. Because it is helping in sleep or calming up the thoughts, it is giving the sense of tranquility. These are the mnemonic loops of worry, head full of noise, intrusive thoughts. I think we are running out of time, so I'm rushing a little bit. Thoughts repeating, endless mind chatter, cannot concentrate, headache from overthinking, emotional unrest, sleeplessness, thought, tension in mind, no peace, unwanted thoughts, and thinking trapped. This is the last remedy of our group, that is wild rose. Here the theme is of apathy, indifference, and lack of enthusiasm. Again, here comes lack of enthusiasm, but that is because of the indifference. They again don't have any desire to change, and they have lost the utility and motivation. Also, it leads to ill effects on the health because they are into a sedentary state. They are generally boring. They don't gel up with people easily, or children also are not mixing up well. And without enthusiasm, they just keep on doing the things, and they look like as if they are walking like dead. This type of patients' personalities are developed since childhood. So this can be a trait which is followed from children or childhood age. So it will help to take initiative, also helps to start new relationships. This one is a remedy which can be given in women after 40 plus, that is into the menopausal state where there is apathy and indifference. It helps to handle the crisis with a quiet or non-reactionary mind, overcomes bitterness and apathy, and helps to channelize, removes depression from known or unknown reasons. There is weak will, indifferent, lack of motivation, doesn't resist circumstances, resigned to fate, out of enthusiasm, submissive acceptance, and emotionally flat. Thank you.
Doctor, it is an excellent narration, but we are having 30 more minutes to go. We are having enough
Sure.
time.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. I thought it is getting over. So
No,
sorry.
no, no.
Okay. So I shall go with the last two remedies again because
Yeah,
I
sure.
have completed them very fast.
We can go in deep.
So this is the white chestnut, the sixth remedy of our batch flower group. Where the theme is mainly of repetitive thoughts and actions. As the repetitive thoughts are persistent, there is again wandering of mind, so the mind is not steady. If we see many of the people who are having habit of procrastination, mainly this is a term which wasn't heard before many years in past, but nowadays post covid this terminology have bloomed up like anything. Many of the children or young adults, even in the college students, they have these things a lot. Why? Because they are buried in thoughts, and somewhere I feel that social media is equally responsible for the use of mobile. Recently, I had come to a terminology also, which is said as virtual autism, which is not mentioned in the book, but that virtual autism is the state of mind which is developed because of not paying attention into the present state, as well as not focusing on what is being told to them. They are not responding well. They do not answer the questions when asked, or they do not have that reaction which should be there at a particular situation. That is why this new terminology have also come up. And with that, it is found that because of the overuse of social media or the phone, nowadays the way the children keep on looking at one or the after the other reel, these habits have developed. These all will lead to persistent thoughts, which will also persistent when they are going to sleep. So that is why they will also have insomnia, and they would persistently feel busy. Then there is persistence of thoughts and busyness of mind. There would be a difficulty in their performance, whether it is their exams or any type of appearance in the stage or any of the performances. They will always feel restless as well as nervous. These restlessness and nervousness will be predominating, and they will persistently be into the same loop without being able to recognize it or coming out of it. Again, when this happens, their inattentiveness or obsessive behavior starts developing. The one line is also mentioning about superstitious, but I didn't emphasize much on it because I haven't found. I have mentioned by myself, but still I need to verify. Because of this state of mind into a persistent thought process, there can be headache. Now, headache which is due to the continuous thought, coughing, constant coughing. This is again a symptom, physical symptom. Insomnia, as we discussed earlier. And again, this can be an effect of post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, and because when they are into the thoughts, they'll not be doing well. Again, there will be anxiety. Yawning, hiccups, fluttering of the eyelashes. Somewhere these all relates the symptoms of anxiety if we see. Stomach disorders and frequent urination. How it can be positively effective? It will help to bring the clarity. Well, it will surely increase the focus, and it will give more internal harmony and help to think the straight way. It will bring the person out of the compulsive state of mind. There will be more importance or more power to their work, or they will whatever they will be doing, that will give more effect, positive results, because the focus would increase. It will help to calm down and relax, and also into the meditative state. This is used in sprays, as we said before. This is also we discussed, will give the sense of tranquility and prevent excessive state of thoughts. Worry loops means constant worries because of thoughts, constant anxiety would worry. There would be a lot of noise in their head, though they are unable to intrusive thoughts, repetitive thoughts, endless mind chatter, no concentration. Again, the headache from overthinking, emotionally imbalance, sleeplessness, tension in the mind, no peace, unpaid thought, and very much trapped into that thinking. Coming to our last remedy again, there is lot of indifference. Previously, we saw the lack of enthusiasm in BOW remedies, but the theme was different. One was from exhaustion, that is olive, Here it is from apathy or indifference. So they are indifferent, and that is why they are not having motivation. When there be no motivation, they will do not do anything which is giving the result or that should give the result because of the lack of interest. And when they'll not be motivated, they'll not be doing the things what they should do. It is again going to have ill effects on the health. So sedentary lifestyle is one of the major cause of many of the type of diseases. Nowadays we see it very regularly. Here again, it says that this habits or this type of behavior is because it can be developed from the childhood itself. Now, if we compare all the remedies or if we see all the remedies, this type, any type of behavior which is giving the mental attributes so strong that obviously can be an inbuilt state from childhood, may be recognized or unrecognized into certain level. And when the patient would come to a particular state or with other illnesses and approaching a doctor, specifically a homeopath, then we can surely find out whether the childhood history is correlating the same or not. Many a times, by doing that, which is a process, naturally we do it to find out the constitutional remedy. And that definitely brings us close to the simillimum and to bring a desired cure. So here if we see, they generally are a boring company because they are not having interest. This can be seen into children and adults very well. And just for the sake of doing or for the sake of completion of the work, you would be doing the task, look like they are walking like dead, and there would be different personalities which they develop into an adult state. So positively, it will help to take initiative. It will also help into a new relationship with new job or to move forward because it is giving hope where it will bring out from the apathy or indifferent state, and that is why it will give more and more type of energy in their work, positivity. So that is why it is also indicated because of the mainly apathy and indifferent state into female after 40s when they are starting with the menopausal stage. We generally know that 40 is the ideal age, but 45 to 55 is the ideal age, but the changes may occur from 40 itself. So where this remedy also can be beneficial along with our other remedies. It also helps to attain the crisis state with a non-reactionary mind, means during that state where the person is into a very womb state or not coming out of the current position, this remedy can be more beneficial and bring out from all the bitterness or such state and let the person do the work very well into the current scenario. So it gives joy. Certainly it will give joy and help to fulfill the task. It will also help to reduce the depression, which is without any reason, and channelize the mental energy. What it says as a weak will, indifferent state, lacks of motivation, doesn't resist circumstances, resigned to fate, out of enthusiasm, submissive acceptance, and emotionally flat. This is the mnemonic of Wild Rose, which help us to remember it. I'll just go ahead with the main theme of the remedies. The first one, which is saying of lack of interest, where there is repeated mistakes. This is clematis for dreamers. Living in the past, honeysuckle where there is more living in the past. Mustard for depression without any cause. Olive for lack of energy, fatigue. White chestnut bud for repetitive thoughts. And wild rose for apathy and indifference. Batch flower groups are so well designed or so perfectly mentioned, or they have given the theme so well that even in one group, we can find out different types of remedies and their main core theme, which can help to treat many cases by identifying the correct state of mind. And this works very wonderfully. Recently, I had contacted one system or one place where there are mentally disabled children or challenged children, not diagnosed everyone as autistic, but the developmental delay is there, and where we have administered this batch flower remedy for lack of concentration, irritability, sleeplessness into a combination of 3 to 4 remedies, and the result after a week was not so profound still, but we found the input that it is little better into the children. Just a week ago, we had given this remedies. And also into a female. Usually, I do not prescribe batch flower remedies in my patients regularly for the first time, since I always believe that the constitutional remedy should be found and given to the patient for the current state of their illness. Once that starts working up to support that cure, I may prescribe batch flower remedies depending upon the case. Somehow I completed earlier today. In the last 2 previous sessions, there was time was missing out. But today I don't know how I could do it very fast, thinking that the time is getting over, and I just rushed up to finish it.
It's okay, doctor. It was a great narration, but the thing is, we had more time left, and it's time to interact with the speaker because we had it's the third class we are getting from her. So initially, I am going to ask some questions to doctor because I am a practicing homeopath and I am a classical prescriber, I think, and I am much skeptical with all other system of medicines, but I am much fond of these back flower remedies, which you mentioned that in the initial consultation you also prescribes according to the constitutional pattern itself. And if we are going to give medicines after the constitutional prescription in homeopathy, Dr. Samuel Hahnemann insists not to give medicinal herbal preparations because it will affect the health of the person. And how we can give these medicines without a guilt of prescribing?
Okay. Absolutely true, sir. I agree to whatever you are saying, that as per the homeopathic laws, we shouldn't give more than one medicine together. So that is very true. But sir, with whatever literature I have gone through with the batch flower remedy, where I have found that these remedies do not have any such effects with the constitutional remedy. Again, they are into the 30 potency itself. The potency even it is such that it is the dilution which Dr. Batch had made, and that he have termed it as 30 potency rather than potentizing it the way we do in homeopathy, but the dilutions which he had made from the wildflower extract and water. That is the way it is prepared. So there are many books which I had referred before because I was much interested into this patch flower remedies. But again, I am a very strict follower of homeopathy as well as classical practitioner by myself. So I also do not do that. But after finding out that it doesn't have any interaction directly with our CR, I do prescribe it, but not along with the CR or whenever I am giving the dose. Once after administration of the dose, and I feel that the symptoms are recovering very well, but the person may need some support on the mental aspect still, then I do give them. Or else I do not mix them with the our constitutional remedy and simply prescribe them when the state is completely off mind and all the symptoms are predominant. Like the way I told about the children in the that school where they are being kept, they are mentally challenged and almost there are 50 children, and I really wanted to help them out somehow, but the constitutional remedy there wasn't possible because the symptoms were such of all the children. So there I have taken up the chance. In fact, a type of study also I want to do, that how this batch flower remedies are affecting them and how we can help the society in future.
Okay, that's great. And when onset diseases or positive symptoms is there while taking the case, here also we can apply this, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can apply.
And I was very curious to read the literature down the limulus. Limulus, it's a vast thing we can have down limulus, because when we can point out a thing which is, you can explain more than me, because you are very proficient on that. Because of fear, everything is in detail in under limulus, I think.
Yeah. Sir, I really couldn't get your question. If you can repeat.
Yeah, the thing is, when I read the literature underneath the limulus, for what conditions limulus is being prescribed, or
Yes, yes.
what are the
Yes, sir.
indications?
Yes, sir.
The fear thing itself was very great. Fear of cancer, fear of ghosts, fear of heights, lot of fear. What we can
Yes, sir.
name that we can treat with limulus, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Though aspen and mimulus both are very well indicated in such case, but aspen is without any known causes of fear, while if a person names the fear, be it any, mimulus works wonderful. Be it any fear. And there are many good results, sir, with such type of patients where they tell the name the fear, like fear of stage, fear of public speaking, or fear of drowning, fear of water. Whenever they name it, then we can give mimulus. But when they come and say that I don't know what's making me frightened or why I am fearful, then the remedy is aspen.
Okay. So together we can give medicines. We can alternate medicines in back.
Yes, sir, we can. We can. In fact, Dr. Batch have told that we can mix 7 medicines together. Yet I haven't done in that way. Not mix so many medicines together. Mimulus I do give for fright and fear, and it works very well. And the doses even in the books are written that it should be given drops into drops with water. But usually the people are accustomed with the globules with our regular medicines. So I do give them in the globules only, 4 pills 3 times a day or 4 times a day as per the condition demands. So there was one case where the lady was crying without knowing that why she is crying. She was into the menopausal state, but again there was a lot of fear, but she was unable to explain. Then there I had given her aspen repeatedly in 15 minutes, and she came out from it very well. So this is the way again it works. Patch flower remedies also can be given into that panic state.
Okay. And when Bach postulated that every bodily ailments is due to the aberration of the mind, and by just correcting the mind scenario, the correction of the derangements of mind itself, these bodily affections can be cured. And I think you do got a lot of experiences and a lot of benefits in your clinical practice also with this. Can you explain a little bit more on that?
Yeah, sure, sir. I am practicing homeopathy at Ahmedabad Homeopathic Medical College since 2011. By the grace of God, the OPD is going on well with, again, the grace of God, the number of patients into a different state like pediatric and adults. I have more pediatric patients, and people know me over here as a pediatrician only, homeopathic pediatrician in my OPD. Maybe I had experience of with pediatrician, that is why it came up. But otherwise, there are very good cases with batch flower remedies. I do not prescribe batch flower remedies much in the college because there we do not have it into the regular basis. Only if I feel into some patients, but I do give them in my clinic. So at my college or in my college campus, I only prescribe constitutional remedies, single remedies at a time.
Okay.
Recently, sir, we had a person, a boy, having oral thrush, a lot of ulcers, too many ulcers in the mouth with lots of redness. Owing to the redness, we had prescribed belladonna, but it didn't work at all. The next day, he came up and said that it have increased into a good quantity. Again, on examining, it was very, very tough. It was terrible. The throat, the mouth, each and every area. Then we referred into the rubric of thrush, found out few remedies and read out of them, where Kali Muir in Boric Materia Medica was so beautifully mentioning the symptoms of thrush. And within one day, that boy called up in the evening that, ma'am, after 2 doses, my symptoms started reducing. And within one day, his oral thrush had really dropped down. So these are the way homeopathy works wonderfully, and that gives result. There is one more case, sir, which is of lymphoproliferative disorder. I don't know how that lady turned up to me because I have not treated such case in the past. Seeing her condition, there were lots of lymph nodes enlarged at this area as well as in the abdomen, and which were palpable huge. Since this is now 5th month, and touchwood, she is doing very good at present. Where I had given one constitutional remedy, not constitutional, the remedy on glandular affection with one biochemic because it is a deep pathology and mother tincture. This is the first time I prescribed in this combination, but it is working well with her. Every time they call up and I feel that that might be something which is not good, but they every time say that it is improving, and now I have that pictures before and after where the enlargement have almost vanished. So these are one of two examples.
That's great. And a person who is a beginner in practicing or prescribing these back flower remedies will be very familiar with this rescue remedy.
Yeah.
Can you help us more by explaining a little bit about this rescue remedy?
Yeah. Rescue remedies have 5 remedies in it together, and that is very much indicated in any kind of panic state or any kind of symptoms where there is sudden onset, and suddenly there is a state where the person is, even it is said that in the books it is mentioned it, even from the deathbed the person can be revived for a while. Wherever I have never prescribed in that way, but whenever I carry it with me every time, I have given to my relatives also, that whenever you feel that there is some panic state or there is suddenness of any type of symptoms, physical or mental, then rescue remedies can be prescribed frequently. Again, with the law of homeopathy, as we do, we can give it every 15 minutes or 10 minutes. And there are one or two patients where I had given it into the panic state. As I am into the college, as I have it with me, if certain children come, we do give them aconite. Students, if they come, we do give them aconite, gelsemium as per their symptoms, whatever they describe. But I had given rescue remedy in one or two, which definitely brought them out of that condition.
Okay, thank you. And Dr. Ram Pravesha, you can ask,
Thank
interact with
you,
the speaker.
Dr. Bindu sir,
Hello, sir.
and congratulations, Dr. Devangi Pandya. Very nice, excellent, great session. Very
Thank you,
seven
sir.
remedy. This the seven remedy. Batch flower, lack of interest. Very good describe. There are three key of future, key feature. Very good
Yes.
describe. And positive potential
Yes.
and physical and mental symptom. So back flower remedy is the very powerful remedy and without side effect remedy.
Yes.
I say all flower prevention of all disease. फ्लावर जो हमारे आगे में या गार्डन में हम जो घूमते हैं तो प्रिवेंशन ऑफ पैनिक एंड प्रिवेंशन ऑफ ऑल डिजीज तो बैक फ्लावर रेमेडी इज अ वेरी गुड रेमेडी और होम्योपैथिक डॉक्टर वेरी some doctor use the back flower remedy. I am on clinic use rescue remedy, rock rose and mumbles. Rescue remedy, yeah, मेरा rescue remedy है ना rescue remedy. Fear rock rose. Fear is the rock rose is the best remedy.
Terrified. Yes.
हाँ, the fear and mumbles is the best remedy. So back flower is the good remedy and great describe the excellent session. Very thanks, Dr. Pandya. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ram Pravesha. So in the near future, we will definitely get more classes from Dr. Devangi on more homeopathic subjects, and we will get more on background remedies also. On behalf of IFPH, I thank Dr. Devangi for this wonderful session, and I thank you all who participated in this session. Now it's time to conclude. Over to Malayalam for the Malayalam session.